working on my old van here, and the light bulb, the interior light was burnt out and the bulb was actually split. So I decided, rather than going out and getting another incandescent automotive bulb, why not just replace it with a LED bulb? And I've been meaning to order some for quite some time, and I never have, so I decided just to make one. So I took these two caps that were on the old burnt out bulb off, and this little piece of prototype board that almost fit in. It's a little bit too wide, so I notched it back a bit on each side. Threw on a dozen LEDs, two in series with a dropper resistor. Not exactly the most efficient, but you know, with automotive, I'm not too worried about the power, because it's already going to consume a lot less than the bulb was. So I just did it up on this point-to-point board here. Only thing I'd do differently if I was to make another one is I'd put the LEDs like on either side and put the dropper resistor in the middle, just because the leads on the LEDs are nice and stiff. And when it came to putting this end cap here on, let's see if I can get in there a bit. Yeah, the leads on the resistor is just a little too soft, so you can see I got a couple of the leads that I clipped off from the LEDs, and I used them and ran them through. I just punched them out through the end. They were originally a friction fit with the bulb, but I decided to throw a little solder on there for good measure. So yeah, hopefully that works. Let's go and throw it in. Alright, so here I am inside the van, and I'm going to attempt to put this in one-handed. And see, those just clip in. I'm going to have to play with that a bit to try and straighten it out. I already checked the polarity earlier with my meter, and I always put my resistors on the negative side. So there we go. That looks like that's somewhat in there. We'll see how it does. It might wind up tipping back and forth, but I'll just open the door, which should turn on the light, and there we go. So yeah, it's a really bright sunny day right now. I'll have to wait till later, but I'll snap the cover back on, and then tonight come back out, do another test, and just see how bright it is. Alright, so here we are. It's reasonably dark. It's dark enough that the video camera is not picking up anything. So we're going to start off in the back here, where I still have an incandescent bulb. It should be identical to the one that burnt out. And I'm just going to turn on the backlight here, and we'll take a look at the messy back of my van. So don't know exactly how well that's going to show up, but it's reasonably bright. I mean, when it's dark out, it definitely gives you something to see. Now we'll go check the front. So here we are in the front, and in between the seats I've got a screwdriver set, which I can't see right now, but we'll see what happens when I open the door. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's reasonably, you know, bright. I can see the interior here a bit. It doesn't show up that well on video, but it is. It's not bad, actually. I think I might go and change the LED, or not the LEDs, the dropper resistors. I definitely, you know, I'm underdriving these LEDs, but as you can see, I mean, that's bright enough that, hey, if I needed to find something, you know, I definitely could. And yeah, same shot here of the screwdriver bag, but how could I forget? We'll start it up and see if there's a noticeable change with the extra voltage coming out from the alternator. I'm not sure if that's any brighter. Alright, well, now I've modified the light slightly, and I've basically doubled the drive current, so let's see if that makes a big difference. That, I think, is a lot brighter. See if that shows up or not, but yeah, I mean, whew, rooting through that bag will be super easy now, and it actually casts some light, you know, not bad into the back there. Unfortunately, now I can see the mess, and now I'm going to have to clean it up. Alright, so originally I put in 470 ohm resistor in there, which was a little bit big for having two LEDs in series. And that was only giving 12.8 milliamps of current there flowing through each LED. And I did that because I thought, well, I might still get enough light out of it, and I just have a massive surplus of 470 ohm resistors, so I'm trying to eat through them. So I added a second one there in series and brought it down to 235 ohms, which brings us up to 25.5 milliamps. Of course, that's going to vary a bit based on the voltage, since automotive system is not a constant 12 volts. So that'll be pushing it a little bit closer to that 30 milliamp maximum when the engine's running, but it definitely did make it brighter in there, or at least I think it did. Alright, until next time.